Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, I have gone to the dark side. Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome one and all to my channel, and today I'm going to tell you why I've actually gone for the lesser of two evils. Now, as you know, the forthcoming game Call of Duty Vanguard is dropping on November the 5th, and if anyone who's been watching my channel, they would know that the streams that I've put out in relation to the Call of Duty Vanguard beta was not really too favourable. But having said that, when I played the Battlefield 2042 beta, that was a whole heap worse, right? And at that point in time, I wasn't interested in any of those two games. Subsequently, my brethren Pemby recommended me two games, one being Aliens Fireteam Elite and the other being Insurgency Sandstorm. And another of my viewers, namely Erlo, recommended me the latter as well. So for me, I thought, let me have a look at those games and let me check them out. Now, looking at Aliens Fireteam Elite, I have to say the game looked pretty good. The game actually plays well from what I've seen of Pemby's streams and stuff like that, and they were enjoyable to watch. But the only thing with that, with me, is that with that particular game, it basically kind of stems from being in an underground situation, in a whole dark situation. I don't know if there are any exterior maps in the game. I hadn't gone deep into that too tough, but for me it just gave me a sense of claustrophobia, which is not a bad thing. I mean, that's the whole thing with Aliens, it just gives you tension and all of that stuff. But for me, when I spend 70 quid, 60 quid, 70 quid, I want to have as much options, I want to have as much modes, I want to have as much maps to play as possible. And I don't think it would be fair for me to make a general statement in relation to that game, but nonetheless, the game was on my radar. Now, next up on my to watch for list was Insurgency Sandstorm. Now, that game apparently was released, I think it was 2018, and it's had quite a few favorable reviews. It's had a very positive feedback from the fans of that game. So I checked out that game, and it was recommended to me by both Pemby and also by Erlo. And I looked at the game, I looked at the game, and the first thing that kind of put me off was the graphical layout of the game. It just didn't look like a current gen, next gen game. But having said that, I'm always the first person to say that I put gameplay above graphics any day. So I had to kind of wipe that thought process from my head. Now, looking at the gameplay, both Pemby's and Erlo's gameplay basically confirmed in my head that it was, more or less a tactical shooter. And a tactical shooter basically slows down your whole process of gunplay. It's not a Call of Duty, it's not a Battlefield, it's not your regular Twitch action shooter. So tactical shooters, they're my bag as well, if I'm playing with a team that's got good comms. And looking at the game, I was quite interested in it. So I've done some more research in finding out how much the game costs, what do I get with the game, battle pass, blah 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 blah. And after doing that amount of research, I found that the game had a sizable amount of content, which was pretty good. But the thing that was umming and ahhing in my head, it was just the scenario of the game. You know what I mean? It was just the scenario of the game. There was no, substantial difference to it, and that could be argued and that can be debated. But playing a lot of co-op games as I used to, as I do, games like Destiny and Uncharted and many other games of that ilk, there wasn't really much difference to it, you know. And I think for me personally, kind of having still one ear on Call of Duty and of Battlefield and wanting and willing the games to be better by launch, had my other ear on Insurgency Sandstorm more than Aliens Fireteam Elite, I have to say. And it's been pressed and pressed and pressed on me that my brethren's recommendation for the game is still Resolute. And checking out the reviews and checking out certain videos of the game, it's totally justified. So I'm not going to even try to even attempt to knock the game, especially if I haven't played it. But watching the game, it has created interest, that is for sure. However, while currently playing Block's Cold War and more recently Zombies, because Zombies is a game that I hadn't gotten into from Ghosts, which was basically the first game of Call of Duty's franchise that I've ever bought, to be honest with you. So I've never really played Zombies that deep until, Cold War. You know, that was the game that got me into Zombies. And I have to big up Bev and big up Buttons and Biscuits, and also big up Billy Butcher for actually helping to get me into it and knowing the workings of it and just knowing how the thing works. Because playing Zombies from I think it was Blocks 3, I ain't gonna front, I had not a clue. All of the pickups and the power-ups and all of that stuff and how you progress through the maps, I had no clue whatsoever. And I didn't find it a very enjoyable experience either, because a lot of the other people that I co-opted with in Zombies, they knew how to play the game. So I was just kind of holding them back, you know what I mean? And understandably, you know, being a Call of Duty player is like, if you're teamed up with someone that don't know what they're basically doing, your natural instinct is like, okay, I'm just going to basically kill up everything and pick you up when I'm ready kind of vibe. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to be the casualty. I didn't want to be the collateral in that mode. So I just said, sod it, I'm not playing it. But then when I started playing Cold War Zombies, I really had an interest for it, and my interest for Zombies basically amplified 1,000%. And subsequently, I made the conscious or even subconscious or even unconscious decision to pre-order Call of Duty Vanguard, primarily for the Zombies. And I never thought that I would be pre-ordering Call of Duty primarily for the Zombies. A big deal has been made about Sledgehammer's treatment of the zombie franchise in Call of Duty, and I'm kind of hyped up for that. I'm just hoping that the multiplayer kind of gets itself together. I don't know what the percentage is between zombie players and multiplayer players, or even the combination of the two. But I have to say, even with Cold War right now, I'm playing a lot more Zombies than I would do ordinarily in PvP. But I'm cool with PvP still, you know what I'm saying? Because a sizable chunk of my Ballbags clan play Call of Duty. But on this occasion, it's kind of split. A few people won't be getting Call of Duty Vanguard, and I totally understand their concerns in relation to the game. But for me, I just made a decision to pre-order Call of Duty Vanguard for the Zombies, because I'm absolutely loving the Zombies, and I get why people are loving the Zombies. And coming from a person that's played The Last of Us, and I know it's debatable whether they call zombies or whether they call infected, but you get my train of thought, right? For the very fact that I've played a lot of zombie games and I've killed a lot of zombies in my gaming life, and to come into Call of Duty Zombies and still have my interest hyped up in that way, in that fashion, yeah, it's a good thing for me. And I decided, yep, I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to invest my 70 spondoolies into Call of Duty Vanguard for the Zombies. Where Battlefield is concerned, they're not seeing my money. They're not seeing my money at all. It is not a finished game. I've been saying that since I've played the beta. In relation to Insurgency Sandstorm, however, I've still got my eye and my ear on that game. I was hoping that there would be a significant reduction in the price of the game for a Black Friday sale or a November sale, but they've only taken it down by £5. You know what I mean? And that's for the standard edition. I'm still waiting for a deal where I can buy the gold edition for a marked down price. So I'm still holding out for that. So if there's a decent sale on and the price of the game is marked down somewhat considerably, I'll get the game. Definitely, because I want to see what this vibe is that people are really, really hyped up about, you know, because it kind of reminds me of Uncharted, because I never played Uncharted until I think it was Uncharted 3, where people was talking about Uncharted, their favorite Uncharted, like Uncharted 1 or Uncharted 2, and I'm thinking, why are people going so bananas over Uncharted? Do you know what I mean? And as soon as I started playing it, it's like, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And I think the same could be had for Insurgency Sandstorm. I think I might have that, yeah, I get it moment. You know what I'm saying? But for me, right about now, my money's on Call of Duty Vanguard, simply for the zombies. And if the game is on sale for Black Friday for a considerable amount, I'm not asking to get the game for free, but you know what I mean, you know, make it more enticing. I mean, £5 off the base game is not enticing when you consider getting the season pass and everything else. Yeah, and especially digital edition of the games, because they have a markup anyway, you know what I mean? So for me, it's got to have a considerable, tempting, enticing discount on the game. My brethren Pemby and Erla have been beating the insurgency drum for the longest time, so it is definitely worth investigating, because they can't be wrong. I mean, Erlo got me interested in The Division, Pemby got me interested in Battlefield, you know what I mean? And that was a decent start in my YouTube gaming life, you know what I mean? So I'm not turning my back on their recommendations, and I hear them loud and clear. So crowd of people, let us know what is on your gaming radar. What are you feeling, what you're not feeling, what's baking your noodle, what's floating your boat, what hype train you are on, whatever games you are into right about now. What are you feeling about the whole Call of Duty, Vanguard, Battlefield 2042 debacle? What independent games, what games that have basically missed our radars collectively that you are hyped up about, that you may think we need to know about? Please let us know so we can investigate and we can share in our wealth of games right about now. So with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu, and as always, you done know the coup, whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming. If you are happy gaming, I'm happy for you, and I'm indeed happy with you. So until we link up next time, people stay blessed. I am out of here. Meganski, later Roonies, bye bye.